Hi, Dyslexic Genius here. I'm back on the sixth tabletop, but this applies to any Victor phonograph tone arm assembly. And you ever notice you get a phonograph and you have a little dent right here? See right there in front of my screwdriver, that little dent? Yeah, so when this tone arm comes around, it hits the casting. You see how far the tone arm moves, and you see how far over here? So you get a dent on both sides. So if we take it apart,
I never noticed that.
take the set screw out, okay? And this is one of those little special things that you don't want to lose, ever. Now you're just gonna lift up. The pin will come out. This will tilt forward and out. So what happens is, you have a hole here, right there, at the bottom of the tone arm, you have this hole. And you see it comes through here. Well, at the factory, they put a little piece of brass pin in here and it literally breaks off.
And what was that pin for?
That pin, if you look right under here, you see we have a slotted area right here. So that pin hits that side, and that controls the movement of the tone arm.
So it's like
for stop. It's a stop. But these things break all the time. And while you have it apart, you should take out the ring and the little ball bearings, and we'll clean all that, oil it. But what you do is, on the tone arm, you have two pieces. And sometimes you'll get a phonograph in this, and this side here is what runs on the ball bearings. So you come in, and I've cleaned everything off with lacquer thinner and get it really, really clean. And then you line this hole with that hole. So you just put it back together. Now, roughly a 440 screw is just a little bit bigger than the hole. So what you can do, you take your tapping apparatus, this that holds the tap, and you have the one that's pointed, so it's tapered in the front, so it'll go into the hole easily. You'll come in like this. And it should just follow that out, so you'll just tap that hole out. Originally, they had a little brass pin in there.
Why can't you just put another brass pin in there?
Because then you have to have a lathe, and you have to machine this down, you have to ream the hole out. So the easy way is just to put a little 440 screw in there, especially a steel one, and it'll hold up. So you get that tapped out. And you unscrew, and you really want to get a pan head like this with a slot on it. You don't want a Phillips. And because we've tapped through, and when we tighten down, this is going to act like a nut. And get that tight. Now what you do is you come up, tilt in, put in this pin that hooks into the tone arm. Now when we do it, it stops, and it stops, and it stops. So now this would be move a tone arm over to put in another record or a needle. And now you fix the stop. You'll get machines and the tone arms are just flopping around like this. And this is a real easy fix. And they'll never ever see that screw in there because it's always hidden behind the casting. But this is the easy and quick fix on a Victor tone arm. It'll work on any Victor. You know, you come in and we'll pull all the ball bearings out. We'll clean all this out, re-oil, put everything back together. Now the tone arm will float again for another 106 years. And that's my tip for the day.